I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. Whew. Alright guys, we're going to jump straight in there. Let's pull a crowning card. We'll pull additional cards here, collective. And we'll deep dive. So you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune here, collective. Alright. So let's keep going. And let's see. Let me just have a look here, collective. Okay. So you're coming in with the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit. You have the Six of Cups here, collective. And you're also coming in with the Nine of Swords here. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Five of Cups. Okay, you have the Ace of Cups. You are coming in with the Five of Swords here, collective. Okay. You have the Two of Swords. Ooh, and you had the Nine of Cups here, collective. Bottom of the deck, you were coming in with the Ace of Swords. All right. Let me just add this up. 16. Okay, let's have a look at this one. 22. 1 minute. Hang on, let's go again. Let me just do this one more time here, collective. Okay, so you're coming in with 11, 22. What your reading is talking about here, collective, is that both you and your person are still in a past cycle. You're still in a past program here in your reading. A past way of doing things here, collective. No, it's a past way of love here for both you and your person. I talk about a lot of my channel. It's about the way in which both you and your person was raised here, collective. Still holding on to that fear mentality here. This is what your reading is saying. You have 3 nines. 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups here. See, your reading is talking about here, collective, is still looking outside of yourself for love, both you and your person. And this is an ongoing cycle here. And so it talks about here in terms of the Wheel of Fortune, this cycle that both you and your person are in at this time is that both you and your person have stopped and you disregard your own internal compass, your own emotions here, collective. You actually avoid and you ignore those feelings here. These are negative feelings, collective, which is why both you and your person are still in this past cycle here. But what it also talks about here with the Ace of Swords, it says here you're both well aware of it. You both know that that is what's happening when it comes to your guys' dynamic connection relationship here in your reading. Not too sure if what choice to make is what I'm getting here, collective. Not too sure what choice to make for both you and your person here. See, the Wheel of Fortune, what it's talking about here, and it's easy enough for me to say that both you and your person have to choose yourself, to love yourself here, collective, here in your reading, but it's actually about here facing one's fear of codependency here, collective. This is a comfort zone here in your reading. And of course, it's easier to stay in a cycle than it is to make changes, because with the Wheel of Fortune coming in here, collective, what it's talking about there in your reading is that this is huge. These changes are going to affect everything that both you and your person do at this time. And what it also talks about here in your reading is that it involves other people here. It could involve family. It could involve friends here, some community, a social clique here in your reading. When you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune here, collective. So in order to make changes here, first one must make the decision here, collective. Who are you going to choose? That's what it's talking about here. Both you and your person, are you going to choose others or are you going to choose yourself? Yeah, it's a huge decision to see. You may see it as selfish. You may see it, well, I don't want to just disregard everybody and ignore everyone here in your reading because I'm not that kind of person. You could very well be coming across like that, okay, thinking to yourself that way. Oh, but my family mean a hell of a lot to me here in your reading. And of course they do here, collective. But what you've got to understand here in your reading, the most important person is yourself here. And so there are some deep emotions, negative emotions here, collective, that you have kept suppressed. That's what it's saying. And you simply don't think that these issues affect you, but they do affect you here, collective. Because what your reading is talking about here, collective, is the way that you think and your heart space. This is what it's saying. And so what I'm picking up with your cups on the board here, collective, is that your emotions, your deep emotions here, there's conflict happening here, collective, because you're both you and your person, this is an internal conflict, are still coming from it, coming or looking at love the way in which you were raised as a child. That's what it's talking about. And so it's your emotions that tell you how to think, or what's the best way to think here, collective. Even to the point where it's your emotions that tell you what love is here, how to show love, what does love feel like here. But your reading is saying here, collective, that both you and your person associate pain as love. That's what it's saying. Hurt as love. Fear is love here in your reading. The cycle here, collective. The fear to trust and love oneself here. Oh, it's a huge cycle here, collective. Of course it is, to change that outlook from a child's mind to that of an adult here. This is what is going to happen. This is what needs to happen here, collective. This is what your reading is talking about. Now you're coming in with the Nine of Pentacles here. And so what the Nine of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, is, yeah, of course it talks about independence, but what it also talks about here, collective, is that once you make that choice here to choose yourself, what needs to happen here, collective, is to start, you've got to understand yourself. That's what it's saying. The truth about you and who you are. And this is exactly what tarot is about, collective, is to know oneself, to face one's fear here, to confront one's neglect, abandonment and rejection. These are negative attachments here, collective, because they're attached to the way in which both you and your person think, feel here. You don't have actions on the board yet. However, non-action is an action. And you do have cards to suggest that here, collective. And so with the Nine of Pentacles, with the Hermit card coming in here, collective, what that talks about here is spending more time focused on your needs as opposed to everybody else's needs that are around you. It talks about fully committing to oneself here, collective, because once you confront your own negative attachments and how you see yourself, collective, then you are able to make those positive changes that you are wanting to make here. And I spoke about that outlook from a child's mind to that of an adult's mind here, collective. First, one must know one's own negative blockages and barriers, collective. And that's what the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit card, can talk about. And this is also about your independence here. Because from there, that is where it's going to start here, collective. To gain your independence here, collective. To stand on your own 2 feet here. The Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit card. Yes, of course, this is a new cycle here in your reading. And of course, you are coming in with the Nine of Swords, collective. Now you are coming in with the Six of Cups. And so what the Six of Cups is also talking about here, collective, is you, of course, you want your person here. Okay, of course you want them. But what it also talks about here, collective, is that it's talking about relationships here. How you build relationships here, collective. What kind of relationships that you build. And you are coming in with being able to relate to people, being able to appreciate here, collective, compassion and empathy here in terms of relationships that you want to build. This is what your reading is saying. The Six of Cups. Yeah, of course, you may have thought here in your reading, you may be even thinking about past relationships that you've been in and they haven't gone the way in which you wanted them to go here, collective. And of course, you may have judged and blamed other people here, resentment here, collective, or you may have even reacted because it wasn't equal give and take here, maybe here, collective, or there was a lot of negative that was involved in these relationships, collective. Okay, but first one must understand why you felt that way. That's what it's talking about here. Why did you think that way? And you're going to come back to here, collective, a past program, a way in which you were raised here, collective. The Six of Cups. Now you're coming in with the Nine of Swords, and so what the Nine of Swords is talking about here, collective, is that there is a hell of a lot that both you and your person have been through. This does involve other people here and the way in which others have treated you in the past here in your reading. And this is coming to the surface. And both you and your person are unsure as to how to deal with this, collective. This is also part of your, it's negative patterns of thinking here, collective. But this thinking is about how you see yourself. But this thinking has actually grown from your childhood, collective, when you're coming in with the Nine of Swords. Because the Nine of Swords is huge here. Yeah, of course, you can talk about staying up late, here, stressed, depressed, but ask yourself, collective. And I think you already know, coming in with the Ace of Swords, because you are getting that intuitive nudge here, collective, all right? See, I'm picking up here, collective, is that both you and your person are triggered at this time. Okay, now what these triggers are saying here in your reading is that you can no longer avoid, you can no longer ignore here, collective, what both you and your person are going through at this time. See, in the past, what I'm getting here in your reading is that you simply suppressed it. What happened to you? Thinking that it didn't affect you. But in actual case, coming out in your reading, it did affect you, collective. Now, you were coming in with the Knight of Swords here in your reading. And so what the Knight of Swords is talking about here, collective, is that there's still a hell of a lot to learn. Yeah, of course, but this is both you and your person, collective. This is what it's talking about here. See, it's about for both you and your person trying to learn about each other here. But it's not that way. First and foremost, coming in with the Hermit card here, collective, and the Wheel of Fortune, because ask yourself, is that how you've done things in the past here? And has it worked in your favor? If it hasn't worked in your favor, then once more, it's all about oneself here in your reading. This is what it's talking about. What the Knight of Swords also talks about here, collective, is it's saying here is that you've always followed that program. And to trust in yourself and follow your internal compass here, collective, you don't know if you can trust it because you've never done it that way before. You've never lived that way before here. Yet you actually have an internal compass. When you come in with the Nine of Swords here, collective, you actually have an internal compass here. You have a deep knowing. But because you've used it a certain way here, collective, to avoid here pain, hurt and fear, hurtful experiences here, collective, painful memories, all right? You're not too sure as to how to use it at this point in time to take a step closer, yeah, to focusing on yourself. Can you trust yourself? That's what this card is saying. Now you're coming in with the Five of Cups. And so what the Five of Cups is talking about here, collective, is that definitely a tower moment happening here. Both you and your person could very well be dealing with others here in your reading. But, you know, once again, this is a huge card in itself. It's exactly the same as the Nine of Swords here, collective. Once again, you're talking about a past pain, hurt and fear. You're coming in with neglect, abandonment and rejection, the way in which you were treated. This is why you see yourself a certain way. This is why your person sees themselves a certain way here, collective. You're coming in with patterns and habits. See, for both you and your person, you do not like the way in which you do not like the person in the mirror, the person that's looking back at you. When you're coming in with the Five of Cups. Which is why the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit card, is really important in your reading. Now you're coming in with the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is talking about here, once again, self here. It talks about patience here, collective. It talks about learning to love oneself. And you are getting that intuitive nudge here, collective. In terms of you are going through a wake-up call, and so is your person. This cup needs to be filled here, but it's not your person and it's not other people that are going to fill this cup of love here, collective. Only you can. So you can make that offer. Now you're coming in with the Five of Swords, and so what the Five of Swords is talking about here, collective, is you don't want to talk about your past. You don't want to know, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to share what happened to you in the past. These painful and hurtful memories, experiences that you went through here. So you're keeping your distance from your person, and it's coming in as that they are too here in your reading. Yeah, of course, your person makes you feel a certain way here, collective, is what I'm getting. And you definitely, there's a lot of triggers happening here, collective. Both you and your person get triggered here by others here, collective, as well as each other. Now you're coming in with the Two of Swords, and what the Two of Swords is talking about here, collective, is one must confront one's own past here. You're coming in with judgment. You're coming in with blaming here, blaming the other person, reacting here, collective, being resentful. That's what the Hangman card is saying here in your reading. Both you and your person are still holding on to a past program. Now you're coming in with the Nine of Cups here, collective. The Nine of Cups is talking about here, collective, is full ambition. You've got to work on this. This isn't going to come in for you unless you make that change or take that chance here. The chance is on yourself here, collective. What it's talking about here with the Nine of Cups is override the program here, the way in which you've been doing things for a very, very long time. Both you and your person, they are not working at this time. Of course, you want to be the wish here, the one that your person chooses. All right. Now, just before I carry on, collective, I just like to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, programs, and tarot readings. If you're interested, details are in the description box below this video. I'm not just a tarot reader. Now you're coming in with the Ace of Swords, and so what the Ace of Swords is talking about here, collective, is that both you and your person know that you're in a past cycle, and you are definitely here, collective, wanting to come out of it. You know you want to make changes here, collective. All right, I am going to leave it there. Thank you for your reading. Thank you for watching. Join us in the Facebook group, and I will catch you later. Bye.